Good afternoon, y'all, and welcome back. So today's video actually started last night, but I was just reviewing the footage and I realized I forgot to introduce myself to y'all and start the video. How rude of me. We couldn't very well have this the first video where I don't start it off with good something. So anyway, go back to last night and check out what we were working on. So this next thing I'm pretty excited about. There's a box right here. And when I show it to you, you're gonna be like, oh, you have one of those too. But it's one of those things we couldn't pass up. So we have a Hemingway cruiser, all electric, all terrain, fat tire bike. Now, when they reached out to us, we initially said, we don't have a need for this because we don't have any more room in our camper. Hey, Phil.
Hey.
Or our truck to carry this around. We would love to have one, but we can't, it doesn't fit into our life. They said, well, how can we make this work? So we suggested, and this is for all you guys out there, we said, how about we make a video about it and we give it away to one of you guys? So this is not my bike, this is your bike. So y'all want to open up your bike together with me and put it together and play with it? I think we should. I think we should see how awesome this bike is. All right, so we have part of a bike, a front tire, and a box of stuff. So I guess we're probably gonna have to read some instructions because I don't know where all these wires or anything goes. We're gonna have to cut all these zip ties off and figure out where we got to go work with. Actually, yeah. This thing looks pretty awesome because that tire is huge. I bet this thing can go on the beach, Phil. What do you think?
I bet it could.
So here is our new bike and our new spokesperson, Phil. That's a sweet hat you got.
Thank you very much.
So anyway, not only do we get this awesome fat tire bike that's 48 volts and goes up to 20 miles an hour, we got that sweet hat. We got this sweet tool that you can put the whole thing together almost with everything in this toolkit. A battery charger. And we have this giant bike. Alicia?
It looks intimidating.
How fun was it to watch us put it together? Not quite as easy as they said.
There's a reason I didn't film it.
So this was a little bit more challenging because they sent us accessories that it doesn't come with. So they weren't in the instructions. But we're about to go check this guy out because we got some sweet hills here. So let's see how good it'll come up these hills. It says it'll hold 350 pounds up to 20 miles an hour.
Oh my goodness.
There's only one way to find out if that's true. Watch how fast this thing comes back up the hill. All right, so check this hill out. Only throttle. We're going 14.5, 14.8.
He's not gonna want to give it away.
So this is going up a hill without pedaling, and this is a huge hill. Coming back by.
How's the brake?
Oh.
Oh, good.
Look at that headlight.
Your headlight is super bright,
Watch
by
this.
the way.
Watch.
Oh.
Does the taillight come on?
Yes, when you push
Yeah.
the brakes. Watch. Well, you'll see it on video. It's got a big tail light.
I'm safe.
What do you think?
Oh well. It said we were going 17 miles an hour down the hill, and that's on the brakes, and 14 up with no pedaling.
Oh my gosh.
No pedal at all?
And this is a big hill.
Yes, it's a huge hill.
You gonna ride it?
Yeah, buddy.
Say vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom, Hemingway. I'm gonna go cruising on a cruiser.
That's an awesome lake. We're doing 18 miles an hour up this boat ramp. Turns out I was in the lowest gear the whole time. Oh man. Not only do we have this headlight right here, we have a pling pling. You hear that, Phil?
I can hear it.
I'm a-coming. Also, we have this awesome display. It says I got to 27.7 miles an hour. That was going downhill. But once I figured out how to put it in the right gear, and I found out I can tell it like how much effort to give me, we actually went up a hill at like 18 miles. The boat ramp, Alicia. We went up the boat ramp at 18 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
From the bottom all the way to the top.
Wow.
And on camera it may not look that big, but it's a huge hill. Anyway, this is actually my most fun part. This is like a train horn for bikes.
That's the part Ashlyn and Kayla are gonna love.
Pling pling, pling pling. You're probably wondering, why do we have this bike that we can't use? Well, it's because Hemingway decided to partner with us because we wanted to give it away to one of you guys. So if you want to win that guy right there, stay tuned, because we're going to have it as a giveaway on the grand opening of our website. More details to come when we get closer to that date. And for those of you that don't win it, if you want to save a little bit of money and buy one of these yourself, check the link in the description below. So that brings us back to today. So we had a great time unboxing and playing with that Hemingway e-bike. We are super happy to be able to give that away to one of you guys when our website opens. Now, today's video. What is today's video all about? Well, it's about the end of our time here at Toledo Bend. So we've been here for 3 weeks now, and during that time, we've been spending a lot of time with Phil and Lolo. They actually just left and they took the girls down to the beach to go swimming. We're gonna try to catch up to them if we get some time after our chores this morning. But y'all seen us move back into this thing, do some modifications. We even had to say goodbye to one of my grandparents that passed away unexpectedly. We've also had plenty of family time for the Labor Day holiday weekend, and we've done our best to learn how to live in this camper as a family of 5. But that time is coming to an end, and we're getting ready to pack up and start our adventure. Today is all about the last few things we need to do before we get this thing ready to go and start heading towards Tennessee. Now, the first thing, we got to work on my truck. Now, it's not a big deal, maybe, but we'll find out. So, my truck right here. My air compressor keeps tripping the fuse on the main power supply. I actually replaced it and it works just fine until I drive the truck, and then the fuse trips again. So, we're gonna have to drop the spare tire back here, because that's where most of the wiring is that could be the potential problem. See, I think that one of the wires, it's been 2 years, one of the wires is finally rubbed through enough where it might be touching the frame, or something's happening, because sitting still, the air compressor works just fine. It's whenever I drive it, it'll trip the fuse again. So my thing is, there's gotta be a wire somewhere that's touching the frame or a ground that's going bad. Something's not good whenever the truck is moving. So we're gonna drop the spare tire and we're gonna check out our wiring. Also, my little air check right here. It blew out the rubber seal inside, so now when you plug your chuck in, it just leaks all the air out. So we had to replace that, which is also behind the spare tire. And while we're at it, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that our battery is not going bad, just to ensure that our air compressor system is working just fine. So we had the spare tire dropped, and it gives us access to this little right here, which I think may or may not be the problem, because it's the only part that's not in a wire loom, and to the back side of our fitting for our air chuck on our bumper. I'm gonna replace that first because that's the easy job. And then we're gonna start inspecting this wire from here all the way to the battery to see if we can figure out what's going on and making this fuse blow. We have the new air chuck installed. Check out this other one. This one's so old, it's due for a change. It hardly ever works. I've been having problems lately. I'm gonna spray it with W40 all the time. I even tried one time to get one of those like hydraulic covers so it would be protected from the elements, but this is a 1/4 inch air fitting, and the hydraulic lines are different sizes, so it doesn't even stay on. I've tried it to where I just put it there, the little boot that slides over. So if you guys know how to protect one of these guys, so I don't have to have this happen more often, you can see the rubber's gone, let me know so I can stop having to worry about this thing getting deteriorated, because it picks up all the road grime and the dirt and the rain and just gets right in these bearings, and it makes it hard to use. We checked our wiring out on the air compressor and there was some issues, but I'm not sure if that was the problem. But at one point, my leader hose, which is the hose that comes off the air compressor and goes to the air tank, it came off. And when I put it back on, I had it wrapped around all the wires. So whenever that comes on, it kind of expands and it vibrates and it's really hot. So I had to fix all that. I saw that somewhere where the wires were touching that were kind of getting worn through. So we fixed all that. Before we fired up though, I've read where if your battery is starting to get weak, the voltage drop in the battery could make the amperage spike on the compressor back there. So we're going to check this battery out and that one and make sure that we have good voltage with the truck off, and then we'll fire it up, check the voltage with the truck running, and then we'll put the fuse in and go back there and see if we fixed our problem. The voltage is the same on both batteries, but that's to be expected because they're tied together. Like 12.5 off, 14.3 on. So now we're gonna put the fuse back in, fire up the compressor, and we're gonna start looking to see if it'll trip if I go back there and move the wires I thought were the problem. We changed the fuse, the compressor's running, and I just verified voltage. The compressor running is not changing the voltage at all with the truck running. It's still 14.3. Here's what we know. I replaced the fuse. It ran just fine until it hit the max pressure and the relay killed the system. As soon as it does that, it trips the fuse again. And I can lower the pressure down to try to trigger the relay to start it back up again, and the fuse is already blown. Now, I thought it was working, but I think it has something to do with the relay, because it works just fine until the relay kills the signal, and then something in the relay is causing it to short out. All those wires look fine, and in order for it to work to begin with, the power has to go through the relay, but there's obviously something going on whenever it triggers to stop running the compressor, that it instantly blows that fuse. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I have a feeling it might be time to do some more research, and maybe the pressure switch relay is what is causing the problem. So I did a little bit more research, and it turns out these pressure switch relays from Vaer don't last very long. Almost everybody online says don't expect more than a year out of them. So we did pretty good, because this has been 2 years. But the way it works is, so it is a normally closed pressure switch, meaning that the contacts are made because it's a closed circuit. So when you turn it on, power goes from the battery to the air compressor and it runs. And when it hits 200 psi, the 200 psi opens the relay, causing the power to stop flowing to the compressor, so the compressor will turn off. So what's happening now is, for some reason, whenever it opens that contact, either the relay is grounded out or something. Maybe it's not actually killing the power. Maybe it's allowing my air compressor to go over my 200 psi and it's tripping the breaker that way because it's over pressurizing, pulling more amps that way. I'm not actually sure which one, but they both lead back to the relay pressure switch is not acting correctly. So they're actually pretty cheap. They're only $20. I'm gonna order one up. We'll make this work until we get to our next spot, but we're gonna have to fix that because we cannot go too long without having a train horn. Just finished working on my truck, and I came in here and I was so excited to explain to Alicia how pressure switch works, and she said, good job, just order it and stop talking about it.
Does it involve a trip to Lowe's? That's
No, it doesn't.
actually what I said.
It involves a trip for Amazon.
So Kaden wants to show y'all his new room.
That's right. She's been dying to show you the new master suite.
Yeah, you didn't know that you could get an extra bedroom out of a $397.
We have a $397 dual master suite.
Heck yeah. So this is baby Kaden's Snoo. A lot of you have asked how it works. So I have the clips engaged. I was just going to show you. I have it on manual mode, but it does have auto mode. So if he starts getting fussy or he's moving too much, let me just turn it on. So this is how he goes to sleep. Come put your, can you hear it?
I hear it.
So it's got the white noise, and then if he gets fussy, so it'll start rocking, and it has different levels that it'll go through and different sounds that it'll make. If he gets really fussy.
Rodeo mode?
I don't really have rodeo mode involved. I have the sound though. So it starts rocking a little bit faster, and it'll go for like 2 or 3 minutes and try to soothe him back to sleep, and then if that doesn't work, it turns off and basically tells you come get your baby.
Now I will say, I've complained about how expensive this bed is, but it does work, because as soon as you start hearing it, I always want to jump up and like do something, and she's like, just let it do its thing.
Yes.
And usually about 15-20 seconds later,
he's right back to sleep.
he's look at him.
I know, he's not feeling too good today, so he's in I gotta be held mode.
So what else is going on here?
So we have the shelf that you built us up here, and we've got just bottles and medicines and things like that. Then we've got all his clothes, his burp cloths, his swaddle blankets, bibs, everything here, shoes and socks up there, because every newborn needs that. And then over here we just got a little bit of his extra things, his sheets, his baby carrier, a little fan for the stroller. And then down in the very bottom where I don't reach, you should go this way. Oh. I have blankets all rolled up there, the bigger blankets for when it gets a little bit colder, and then some extra supplies on that bottom shelf that we don't use much.
By the way,
this worked out great, don't you think?
Look how much he cares.
He loves his room.
He's like, I don't know why you made me all that. I'm gonna live right there.
No, yeah, so here, that's my challenge to all of you who maybe have babies. Is there a oval shaped packing play for when he gets bigger? Because he can only be in this for 6 months. And
look
then this has to go away.
He's already getting sad talking about
sad. His bed's gonna go away. He's the best sleeper, so yeah, he should be sad. But I need an oval shaped pack and play, if anyone knows where to get that.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be like, hey, just get it, someone said. It'll probably cost as much as that too.
Well, I was just gonna say,
we'll trade you.
I've done a little pre-shopping and it's not cheap on Amazon. But I haven't found one small enough, so that's what I need, is a narrow one. So help me out, please.
You showed him the bed.
Yes.
Now let's talk about what's going on here. Your light just turned off. Oh, the other one turned off.
I have those on a timer in case I'm really sleepy at night. They just automatically turn off.
So you can see that we're starting to do a whole bunch of things, because like I told you in the beginning, we only have a few more days here, and we are leaving and hitting the road for adventure time. So like this was like adventure time and training wheels.
Right.
We had great grandpapa, but we also had a bunch of chores we were gonna do. We were just doing it in vacation mode.
Right.
Are you excited? Are you excited about adventure mode first?
I am very excited.
I can't wait.
I mean, this has been kind of hectic here. Even though we haven't really gone on any adventures or anything, just getting the RV packed and all that. So it's time to slow down, go enjoy some fun things. But first, I had to get all this cleaning done.
So you know what this felt like here?
What?
So y'all remember all the videos I was filming where I was weighing my truck and doing all kinds of things by myself? It felt like that all over again, except for we had 5 people in the camper while trying to do it.
Exactly. It was crazy.
Also, we've been so hectic trying to find out where everything has a home now.
Yes.
That we really haven't enjoyed. Like, this has been a working vacation.
Right, for us. For the kids, they've had a great time.
Oh yeah, Greg and Papa have been at the beach. They're at the beach right now.
Yeah, they're at the beach now, which is why I'm taking advantage and trying to get some things clean.
Also, the website was far more work. I mean, we're not done, but we're over the hill, I think.
I hope you guys like it, because it was a lot of work.
We've been working, like when one person gets off the computer, the next person gets on and keeps going.
Like we have a 24-hour shift. Like when he goes to bed, okay, then I work for a few hours until I get sleepy, and then he wakes up early and starts working while I'm still sleeping. So it's been round the clock, but I think it's going to be great. So
I can't wait for you guys to see the merchandise we picked out.
Yes, and I'm really ready for you to see the whole website, because it's turned out way better than I thought it was going to.
And y'all saw the bike in the beginning of this video.
Yes.
One of you guys will win that when this website opens.
Yes, you will. So make sure you sign up whenever it asks you, can we have your email address? Because we want to stay in contact, because YouTube, don't tell them, but they're not that great about always telling you when our new videos and stuff come out. So that's really why we want it.
Also, YouTube doesn't tell you when comments come out all the time. Exactly.
So we'll be able to talk a little bit easier, I think, if we have an email and we're able to tell you, hey, we got a new video today.
Now comes the not so fun part, because tomorrow is our last day here, so I know what I'm doing outside. It's pre-travel day stuff. Look, he's so bored about this camper talk.
He doesn't feel good.
The truck's a mess, the camper's a mess, nothing's where it's supposed to be.
No.
But before we leave, it needs to find a home.
Right.
I kind of have a feeling those ultimate cloths are about to work overtime in this camper.
Oh yeah, especially with him not feeling well. I'm wiping everything down, I'm washing all the clothes, but the ultimate cloths, we're still loving them. They do such a good job, and so I'm gonna wipe all this room down and then go into the kitchen and get all that done as well.
Anyway, if you guys haven't seen the ultimate cloth, check out our video. I'll link it down below. You can also save yourself money by checking out the link. We love Steve and Susan.
Yes, we do.
We get our meat on, and I didn't used to think this meat was worth cooking, but this is actually a chuck roast. My dad told me about this. So you get it and you season it and you cook it like a brisket. Not really brisket, you wouldn't go that long, but as long as you want to cook it, the better it'll get. So we usually cook these for 5 to 6 hours, and it turns out being amazing. And it's actually a super cheap piece of meat, and it turns out great. So we've been doing this for a while now, and maybe I'm the last one to figure this out, but these are really good cuts of meat if you cook them right. And that's gonna do it for us today, but tomorrow is our day before we travel. So stay tuned, because we're gonna get this thing behind us ready to go, as well as theirs ready to go. So see you guys in the morning. Good afternoon, y'all, and welcome back to the day before we travel. So today, we have to clean all this up. We have to take all this stuff that's out here and has to find a home inside there. Gotta clean our barbecue pits up. We gotta put all our chairs up. We have to do some maintenance. Today we're going to do our flushing and dumping of our black and gray tanks, because we've been sitting here for about 3 weeks and been doing the minimal maintenance, but tomorrow is a travel day. And we want to treat those tanks so when we're driving down the road it does all that. We also have to go over there and help Phil and Lilo get their camper ready. They're actually not going anywhere else. They're going home, so it's a little bit different procedure. We're still going to dump and flush. We're not going to treat them. They're going to have their tanks dry. But before we start doing any of our chores, we're gonna take the girls down to the beach and go swimming one last time. So we just got done swimming at the lake. So last night we're gonna see it. Now it's time to do our chores. So we're gonna start dumping and flushing our black and gray tanks. So we've dumped the tanks, we have all of our stuff set up, and we're flushing. And now I'm gonna use this awesome outdoor shower right here to start cleaning off all the beach supplies, because they need to get dry tonight and stored away tomorrow's travel. We have all of our stuff rinsed off, and I forgot how much I love this thing. Now, I didn't even know I liked this thing until we went to our beach trip, but ever since then this thing gets so much use, because it's easy to wash all the kids' toys and their shoes and all the swimming stuff off so that you can store it and not be covered in sand. So the next thing up is we need to clean Phil and Lolo's barbecue pit and ours. And that's because we've been here for 3 weeks now and we've used them almost daily. And if you don't clean them, they start to catch on fire. All that grease stuff down there will catch on fire and it becomes a big deal. So while our tanks are flushing right now, we're gonna be cleaning both these grills. Back by popular demand, Phil must have felt guilty that I was cleaning these grills without him, even though one is yours.
Yes.
So he decided to come help me, but I don't think you're gonna see Phil and Phil's chair.
I didn't bring my chair this time.
This might be a whole episode without you and your chair.
That might be a first.
Anyway, this is gonna be the last episode until Thanksgiving, by the way, too. If you don't know what it's like to clean a Pitboss grill out, everything comes apart and you end up stuck with all kinds of ash and grease in the bottom. Here's ours. Ours is a little cleaner because I've already done the vacuuming step. So over there, Phil has all the pieces and he's scraping all the junk off. I'm over here scraping out the insides and vacuuming everything out. This one needs some more scraping. And we're using our little Dewalt vacuum cleaner. So a paint scraper and a Dewalt vacuum cleaner is all you need to make these things work like they're brand new every time. So that is proof you were not in the chair, you actually worked. Did you realize how dirty these to get?
No, I did not.
So we have mine clean and we have Phil's clean. Now we take all the parts and put them back in. So we have the barbecue pits cleaned and ready to go. We're just about done with our front black tank of the flushing. We're about to move everything from the front to the back. And then we're gonna start working on finding a home for all this stuff. We have to pick up all of our swimming stuff, our fishing stuff, all the chairs, everything's got to find a home because we're leaving in the morning. We're just finishing up with our rear black tank flush. We're gonna pick our sewer tubes up tonight. We got everything just about back into the RV. We're gonna leave our electric hooked up and our water hooked up, including our new Blue Technology 3-stage water filter. By the way, this thing is awesome. If you want to try it out, check the link in the description below. You can save yourself some money. It's changed our game. We no longer have to carry those filters or the filter on the spigot over here. Now I'm gonna head to town. I gotta put some diesel in the truck and I gotta get a few supplies from Walmart. But while I go to town, why don't you guys watch this little celebration we had a few days ago. It was all because of you guys.
Okay, so we have a little surprise for Kevin. If y'all didn't know, today is our 1-year Paving New Paths anniversary.
You're doing something for this?
We have a surprise for you. Yes, we're doing something. Of course we're doing something. Anytime for a party, we're gonna party.
Is there birthday cake?
There's anniversary cake. Come and see. Congrats! Yay!
Come out, girls, go see.
She said happy birthday to you. Let's go show him what we have. Ashland's excited to show you.
We don't know if it's
They think it's birthday.
Well, look at them. That's why they're excited. It's not about the anniversary. It's about the cake.
So we got cake and cupcakes and a sign.
We have the camper, the truck. We have Phil. Where's Phil's chair?
It's being used up there.
Look how many people are coming to this party. Look at Ashley.
We got some visitors that we don't know about. We got Thomas and Beverly here.
So we missed our goal.
What's our goal? Oh, tell them our goal. I know our goal.
So today's our 1-year anniversary.
Yes.
And we're like 20,000 views away from 3 million views.
We thought we were gonna be there.
2 days ago, I was like, we might make it. But today, it's not. Either it's not updating or we didn't make it.
Yep. So tell them what the 1-year anniversary is. Like what?
So we started, our first video came out exactly 1 year ago.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, go check out that epic footage from Vernal, Utah.
You want to see how good it was? It was this. Hey, Ashlyn, talk to the camera. The first video, Ashlyn talked 3 times. The rest of the time we played music and everyone looked at the camera and said, nope.
Every time I saw him filming, I would just go walk so that I wouldn't have to talk to him. Thankfully, we've gotten a little better.
So tomorrow, are we celebrating 3 million views?
Tomorrow we're celebrating 3 million views, but I'm more excited that we reached our 15,000 subscribers. So thanks to all of you guys. And 3 million, that's okay. And 3 million views soon.
Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to Baby New Past. Happy anniversary to you.
Slow down.
And many more.
Kayla, is that good? Yummy, yummy. Is it good?
Yep.
What's your favorite, the cake or the cupcake?
Cake and the cupcake.